Welcome to the 10 interesting facts around the world. Please consider subscribing for more video. Let's get started. 1. There is an ancient book full of strange symbols no one can translate. It's called the Voynich manuscript and it's full of strange symbols, drawings, and letters. The drawings depict women, men, and what looks like plants, but it's not clear what they're doing. The writing looks like words, but it's not in any recognizable language. Some people think it's a textbook for midwives or a recipe book. Others think it's a spell book, and some think it's a hoax. For years people have tried to figure out what it says, but no one has. 2. In 1872 a ship was discovered floating in the ocean with no signs of its crew or passengers. It was called the Mary Celeste, and when people stepped aboard they found no one there, and no sign of a struggle either. The ship was in good condition with no signs of damage except a bit of water at the bottom. What happened to the passengers on board? Where did they go? Over the years people have put forward lots of theories including pirates, sea monsters, and even alien abduction. But it's never been solved. What do you think? 3. The Tower of London is haunted by lots of ghosts. The Tower of London is nearly 1,000 years old, and it's had plenty of time to build up a big roster of spooks. Spectral guests include the ghost of Anne Boleyn, wife of Henry VIII, Lady Jane Grey, the 9 Days Queen, and even a ghostly bear. There have been lots of grisly happenings in the tower, including murder, torture, beheadings, and more, so it's no wonder these ghosts feel like hanging around. It also used to have a zoo, which explains the bear. Have you ever seen one of these specters? 4. A dead pope was once put on trial. Yup, you heard that right. In 897 AD, Pope Formosus was put on trial for perjury and other crimes. The weird thing, he'd been dead for a year. He was dug up and taken to court for questioning, though we can't imagine he had a lot of answers. And sure enough, he didn't say anything when questioned. The Pope who ordered the whole thing may possibly not have been all that stable. We can't imagine why anyone would think that. 5. The golden poison dart frog is so poisonous it can kill you with one touch. They may look cute, but their skin is deadly. In fact, it's one of the most poisonous animals on Earth. Because the frogs are so small and delicate they're vulnerable to predators, so that's why their skin is so poisonous. While only the size of a paperclip, this little froggy, which lives in South America, contains enough poison to kill up to 20 people. Scientists aren't sure how the poison is made, but some think it may be absorbed from plants eaten by the frog. 6. The mummies of Guanajuato may have been buried alive. The mummies of Guanajuato, Mexico are famous for their horrible, dramatic facial expressions. These mummies date back to a 19th century cholera epidemic, and there are over 100, though only about half of those are on display. Due to some of these horrible facial expressions, it's thought that some of them may have been buried alive. This could be possible. Cholera wasn't widely understood at the time, and people may have been buried alive by accident, thinking they were dead. Scary. Dracula is based on a real person. The famous vampire is actually based on a historical figure, Vlad Tepes, or Vlad Dracula, who was a Romanian ruler in the 15th century who liked to stick his enemies on spikes. Unsurprisingly, his nickname was Vlad the Impaler. He was apparently not a very nice man. The Dracula, in his original name means, son of the dragon, Dracul being his dad's nickname and refers to his fearsome reputation. He doesn't look much like our modern idea of a vampire though, he has a mustache and a big fancy hat. There are also no reports of him drinking any blood. 9. Your phone has more germs than a public toilet. 10 times as many in some cases. Gross. We use our phones all day, so we touch them constantly, and anything on your hands can get onto your phone. That's why it's very important to wash your hands after going to the toilet or doing anything else unhygienic. You should be cleaning your phone with antibacterial wipes regularly, and that goes for all your other tech too. If it makes you feel better, most things have at least some germs on them. Or does that make you feel worse? Anyway, give it a wipe, please. 10. Google has made a map of Mars. You know Google Maps, right? Well, Google has even mapped the surface of Mars. You can take a look at the red planet at google.com/Mars. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing.